Hey guys, welcome back to another Sunday analysis. So, in the previous week, we had very few pairs to trade, and eventually during the week, I added Euro USD. And in fact, I had updated this in my Telegram. So, if you haven't joined the Telegram yet, make sure you do. And next, because of the US government shutdown, we didn't see much of price action. And also, a lot of pairs were just moving in a random fashion. So, it was not much to do. We shouldn't have actually traded last week. This week, we are not sure when the market is going to normalize, when the US government shutdown will be over. But whenever the market normalizes, we need to be ready. So let's get started. Let's start analyzing the pairs. So Euro USD, we have this kind of trend line going on where the max is this and the min is this. I could have expected this kind of price action. In fact, I had put a buy limit right here, but eventually I moved it down because then I see a lot of times price is coming here, so I thought maybe this is a better entry. But eventually price rejected from right here again, and I didn't update you guys on the Telegram because this was kind of a high risk trade. This happened on Friday, and I didn't want you guys to look into this stuff. This is completely for experience things. I don't Some trades I take which are completely different and is not for general people, and I don't update that in the Telegram. But the common trades which are very high probability trades, I do update them in the Telegram group so that it's available. And starting last week, I am going to post every single trade I take based on the strategy I have taught you guys so far in the price action trading course. So if you haven't watched price action trading course, it is time for you to watch that course, learn everything I know, and you will be able to analyze these pairs. And of course, that strategy has made me profitable. So if you are looking for a profitable strategy, go watch that course. Now, Euro USD price is moving like this. We are not sure where exactly the price and the momentum might go, but we are looking for kind of resistance break. Reason being, I can see the price is here, but the price has ranged around this area for a very long time. For a very long time, the price has ranged around this area. So there are a few trades which I would like to take. If the price comes around this area, I would put a buy limit, and that buy limit would look something like this. So I'm covering the max limit the drawdown goes into, and this is around 14 pips. So I'll just make it maybe 20 pips. So I'm covering as much as I can, but I don't want too much. And I can close my trade on a resistance like this. So if the price starts falling down, I can easily put a buy limit right here. The odds are really great right now. The price has not broken this trend even once. So when the price came around this liquidity level three times, and three times the price has went up from here. And how much did it go up? Went up till here once. This is twice, and this time it is till here thrice. So the price action was really great even here as well. Imagine taking a trade right here and then getting a target till here, right? So we had this support resistance marked since a very long time. So we could have a position like this, and I mean, if I take a trade right here, it's an easy 1:6 or something like that. So right here we don't have exact same 1:6, but 1:5, 1:4, whatever we get is a really good target. Now Euro USD is as simple as this, of course. And next, we have another kind of trade. If price action is coming here and rejecting, I don't want to put a sell limit, and it is rejecting, what I'll do is I might enter after some rejection, after some maybe 30-minute structure change or something like that. And I'll look for an entry which is something like this, where I'm covering the high, whatever it makes, and my stop loss would be around this level, this target level. I can make it till here, but I'm sure the price will start giving rejections. For example, you can see the chance of price coming here and then moving back up again is high. Here it has happened, here it has happened. So I don't want to be in a trade for a very long time. and this looks beautiful to me. I'll at least have 1:3 or something like that risk to reward, and I'm fine with that. So that is how I'll do it. If the price starts rejecting, I'll keep my stop loss at the right place, and accordingly I'll take a trade. I'll draw a 30-minute support line, and based on that, as soon as that support line is broken, or maybe 30 minute is bearish now, something like that, and when I see that kind of price action, I will enter a trade to short this. Even if it gives me 1:2, I am fine with that. But I want confirmation, because I don't want to be in a price action where the market is pushing like this, or there is another highs like this. I don't want my price to go back in the drawdown, which is almost would be around 90%, because my stop loss would be something like this around this area. So I don't want my price to be in a drawdown. I would rather like to enter at an area like this where I'm entering here and my target is this, my stop loss is around here. 1:2 is also fine. So that's for Euro USD. Around this levels, I'm not planning to buy. I am only looking for a counter trade as well as a normal buy trade. Any where the price goes, I am going here. So here I'm going to put a buy limit. Here I'm going to put a sell order based on price action. I hope that's clear. Now USD JPY. USD JPY, I missed this trade. I had analyzed this pair to go up from right here, but the price didn't do that and it started moving right here, right? And we had the support lines and it was a very simple buy order for me. I could have entered right here and I was not looking at this pair because it was NFP week and I try to keep myself away from the market as much as I can, because of course market provides a lot of opportunities, but also during this week market doesn't do what it generally does, because the economic factors are something that changes the whole technical analysis. Everything you have analyzed might not work because of the economic factors. So that's why I try to stay away from the market. It could have been a easy 1 is to 2.51, 61, something like that, but my stop loss would have been a little tighter. Yeah, something like this, 30 pips. So 1:3 was easy on this pair, but I missed this. I didn't see it. I had drawn this line, but eventually I didn't look at the market at all. So USD JPY, a perfect price action. Now, what are we expecting? So this is what I am expecting, the price to again go back around this area, right? Around this area to reject. It's as simple as that, because I don't see why price won't range again. But again, the thing is, NFP news hasn't been released yet. The US shutdown is affecting all of these economic factors, and I will only trade this week after the US shutdown is over. I won't trade any pairs until the US shutdown is not over, or unless I have pairs which are not affected by USD, for example, Euro AUD, pair like that, Euro JPY, pair like that, I can trade those. But USD pairs I'm not going to trade until I see the news coming in, the NFP news is released. Only then after that I'll trade those. So I can easily put a sell limit right here, and it's a really great price action. The only thing is I would like to see a rejection right here. I would like to see a rejection right here, something like this, maybe on smaller time frame. As soon as I see a rejection on maybe 30 minute or 1 hour, and I see a close on this area, for example, let's try to go on 1 hour. Yeah, there is rejections right here. There is a rejection right here. The price came in till here and started rejecting, but we wouldn't have gotten a entry right here. And also a sell limit would have worked if we try to add a position right here. Yeah. So here as well, we can see a rejection right here. If price is moving like this, where I see bullish candles, and after the touch, it is making candles above this line, I will wait. I will then wait for a structure which maybe becomes bearish on 30 minute. Yeah, I would wait for something like this where I'll see price action coming to this level and then creating a lower low. Only then I'll enter if there is a price action like this. And if there is a normal price action, which we have seen already happening, then as soon as the candle closes, we'll enter. We'll put a we'll enter the market. That's it. We'll enter the market. Now, this is what I'm thinking about USD JPY. And then there are going to be opportunities where I might see this kind of price action again. So a buy limit is still in order. I might enter buy when I see price action doing this kind of stuff again. I see rejection on this line and I might enter. I'll put a alert. I'll put a alert as soon as the price has come here. So this is very clear. We'll also add alert here. So these are two positions I'm looking for. For the first one, the target will be as simple as this. And for the sell limit, the target would be, I see the price coming here, touching this, going down, touching this, going till here, coming back, and then going down. So I think it's a very simple price action, and this would give us a really nice risk to reward. So UJ, we have this. Let's look at GBP USD. GBP USD, I had analyzed it to go up and it did went up, but again, as the week unfolded and we saw the US market was shut, and then of course the price didn't do anything. It went back down, similar to Euro USD, and started giving this kind of price action, which is something I was not looking for. And I don't see a trade right here at this point. Yeah, I see the price coming here. In these areas when the price never came down to this level, and for this one the price has, but whenever the price came down to this level, the price continued up, retested this level and went up. So what I'll look for a rejection like this around this level, and if I see a rejection candle, a strong pin bar or something like that, that can also act for my entry signal. But I'll have to see what kind of risk to reward I'm getting. For example, if I see a trade like this and it has retested this level and rejected this level on the same candle on 4 hour or whatever it is, I can look for an entry which goes around here. Yeah. So if a trade comes in like this, I might enter on 1 hour time frame. Let's see how it's looking. Yeah, so actually the candle closed really nice, and on 4 hour it looks really nice. So I'll see both the time frames, whatever is looking good, I'll try to enter based on that. But I don't want the price to go deeper and push to lower levels on these areas. I would rather like to see a rejection right here, and only then I'll enter. That is my confluence for entering. If the price goes deeper to around this level, I won't enter, or even around this area, I won't enter. It's as simple as that. And I would like to see a 4 hour close as well to confirm my entry. So it's a very simple trade, GBP USD. This is what I'm looking for. The market has previously done this, and that's exactly what I wanted to do again. Yeah, let's see. But again, this is all of these are USD based pairs. We are going to do more now on other pairs. For XAU USD, uh, I think these lines are no more required. I don't know whether the price will ever come back to this level. For this, we need EMAs to trade. So the best EMA I like is on 4-hour time frame for gold, because then I see very large pushes. For example, here when it retested, it gave a really nice push and it didn't come back after completely rejecting it. Even here it didn't come back. So in fact, the price, if you would just follow along, like keeping your stop loss at 4-hour level, you could have easily went on till here in the profit zone. You can keep the position open as long as you want. Right here, when it first retested, the price moved till here to retest around this level. Imagine the kind of move it gave from the 4-hour EMA. So I am waiting for a 4-hour EMA retest again. Previous week we were again bullish and we were looking for a price action which does this. And I did saw the 2-hour EMA retesting and going up, and right here the price had closed and we wanted the price to go up from here. It eventually didn't come back to 4-hour EMA, which I was predicting. I wanted the price to come back to 4-hour EMA. If it would have come here and would have given a break of structure around this level, I would have gotten a really nice entry, but that didn't happen. And the price is again retesting the 2-hour level. You can see how many times it has done this. But I want the price to actually break this now and give us an entry on 4-hour. If it is retesting and I see 1-hour structure becoming bullish, I will enter. I'll create resistance zones. So if I'm entering this position, you will know it on Telegram, because there I'll be updating if I have created any structures, if there is 1-hour resistance level I wanted to break for me to enter. All of this will happen during the week, and I don't care if the US is open or not for XAUSD, because this pair works completely uh, on its own in a different way, which is very difficult to comprehend. So 4-hour time frame, I want the price to retest and then go up again. That's it. Nothing else. I'm not looking for a market structure like this on 2-hour time frame where rejection is happening. 4-hour time frame, I am interested completely. Now let's go to Euro JPY. So all of these pairs we do have good entries coming in, so those are green. Euro JPY daily time frame, we see a rejection, and it's also giving a reversal signal if you see on the EMA. That is why these EMAs are helpful. And if you see, this is a 4-hour support zone. This is the low, and this is reacting exactly from a 4-hour support zone and a daily low. So I think it's a really nice time to enter. Let's see how it has reacted previously on the EMAs while going up. Let's try to catch a bullish market. Yeah, let's say the market started moving up from right here, and for the first time when it retested, it went up really nice. Yeah, so if you see, these are daily price action, right? So daily candles going up like this is a really nice move for us. When we trade on smaller time frames, it's a completely different story. So let's try to find a good trade right here. And if you see, that's why I was saying US shutdown doesn't affect if it is not USD. You can see these are the last 5-day candles. Only one day it made a doji. Next, all of these days, it gave a really nice price action, right? If we would have traded a pair like this, where we were looking for resistance, where in fact there was some kind of rejection here, but on 4-hour, it was moving like, uh, you know, one candle up, one candle down. I'll show you. We had analyzed this. Yeah, I remember it perfectly. The price was doing this. So at this point, we don't know what's going to happen. And the price never did a price action like this around this area. When it came up, it didn't do like this. It went just straight up on every candle. The price was pushing. But here we see a lot of consolidation, and it didn't even reach the exact high. So we didn't know what would be the exact high until there is a high created. Now we have an exact kind of resistance the market has. This is something we would think of as a resistance level. This is the resistance level. Now, even though the price never came back from this area to this level, and so the market is not repeating exactly, but the price action is telling us it might move up. On the daily candle, we can see a price action right here where the rejection happened. So what we'll do is we'll just create more support resistance lines and see if the market confluences for us, or the market can do something like this as well. This is the shoulder, this can be the head, and price might just touch here and go down because this is another resistance. And that is what we are going to see now, the kind of entries we can take. I hope that's clear. I know there's a reversal pattern, but a reversal pattern is not the end of your analysis. You have to look for other stuff as well. So I see a good rejection level right here, and there are two touches. So I'll just mark this as daily resistance. Yeah. On the 4 hour, we see clear structures around this level rejecting. So what we can do is maybe, just move this a bit right here. Yeah. So we covered one more point right here. So on this time frame, we can see uh, a price coming till here and changing the structure. Changing the structure is very important. Let's see what happened on the 1 hour time frame right here. Did it change structure before it went up? So the price came here nicely and it gave a structure like this, but we didn't have reference. This was our higher low and this was a higher high. So the price to break the structure, it had to go down till here. For this one, which we were seeing on the 4 hour time frame, I see there is this structures which are doing this where higher low is this, higher high is this. But I mean, this is the low. This is a swing low, right? And if this structure is breaking this, then of course we would see really nice price action towards downside. We might see. But again, 1 hour time frame is not looking really nice to me. I would rather like to see price action on 4 hour time frame. I hope that's clear. And thinking about these EMAs, the price might reject around these levels, but I don't care. I want rejections from this level. Now let's just turn this off because it's not required now for the further analysis. I see a support, like price is reacting from the support. I see kind of a shoulder head pattern, and this might just be another shoulder, or the price might just go up. So if we would have entered around this position, it would have been a different story where the price is breaking this level, and around this area you enter, and then your stop loss is here. You're taking your target till here, like something around this level. Okay, but that wouldn't have given us 1:2. Yeah, so this wasn't the trade anyway. I'm thinking, you can just put a sell limit as well because the odds of rejecting is high around this level. You put a sell limit right here. You keep your stop loss something like this, maybe 20 pips, and just target this level. That's it. 1:6. But I'm not so sure, reason being the history is, the odds of this is something like this. Once it didn't do this, twice it didn't do this, and two times it did this. So it's 50-50%. And here as well, when the price came here, so it rejected from this. So it's the odds of this happening is more rejecting from right here, but we are not sure. We don't know what can happen. So, but to be on the safer side, I might look for rejections like this or like this, where the price is rejecting. But even then, we are not sure whether the price will go up. And the max the price goes right now in the recent history is around this level. Let's see, let the price come around this level. I don't see really nice targets happening. That's the problem. All I see this kind of price action. So what I'll wait for is let price break this area and then we enter a trade like this. Because now the target won't be this for me. Of course, the primary target is this, but right now, if the price is coming back till here, it's of course in for a bigger push. That's a very clear fundamental thing that the price is right now in for a bigger push. So if the price breaks this and it is retesting around this level, I would like to enter buy right here. And if you want to take some risk, you can do. So the odds are greater, but of course, this is a low probability trade. You can wait for a candle closure, right? And put a stop loss around this level 25, yeah, 30. This is much better. A stop loss around this level and just target this area. Uh, Yeah. So 1 is to 4 looks good and it's one of the low areas. We are covering really nice target. So don't be so greedy. Let's do maybe 3.9 or 3.8, something like that. This looks much better. So if the price starts moving around this direction, it will hit the target. So this is one trade, this is one trade we can look for. I might just take this risk and enter this, sell. Let's see. I'll wait for the price action to first close here. This is going to be green, and I'll also put an alert here. Wait for price to reject and close. After that, enter for sell. So enter in a sell. As simple as this. Euro JPY. We have this pair again. Now let's look at Euro AUD. Euro AUD is it's at this level. I don't see history so much. Like something I would take a trade on. This is definitely a good support area, and the price has often reacted to go up to this level. So maybe all you need on Euro AUD is as simple as this. But the problem with this is we don't know when NFP is, and the trade has already given some kind of momentum, and trade is kind of ready to enter. But unless we see NFP, because a pair like Euro AUD will see a lot of spreads when the NFP news is out. So I'm not sure whether we should enter this trade. The target is this one. It's very clear. The price moves till here, and 1 hour structure is kind of bullish. No, so this was lower high, this is lower low, and yeah, lower high, lower low, lower high. So this is lower high, lower low. And price is somewhat bullish, but it is not really great structures. One can easily doubt the momentum, whether it's bullish or bearish. But the price has ranged at these levels for a very long time, I think. No, this is from Thursday to Friday, the price has ranged one day. The daily time frame, I see the price is nicely rejecting this level, but the candles are very small. Candles are really small, and it is not giving me that feeling. So I'll not look at a euro AUD, and let's actually look at AUD JPY. Where is AUD JPY? So let's look at AUD JPY, because let me tell you, I have been profitable because of this pair mostly. It works like a charm for me, and AUD JPY has given me really nice risk to rewards a lot of times. So that's there. And also the thing with AUD JPY is it gives a really nice momentum during Asia session. So let's say you entered London or New York, and during Asia session I'm asleep. So when I wake up, I see really, really great price action. That's why I love AUD JPY most. Now let's look at it how it's looking. On the daily time frame, the price is at a support area and is actually trying to break the structure. If you see, it's trying to move up again. That's very clear and evident that price has retested this level, this zone right around here, and is trying to move up, right? So I'll just delete this line now because this is not giving much information. This trade is over. We need nothing here. Resistance line where change of structure can begin. This was like 2 weeks ago we created this line and we also entered the trade based on it and worked out for 1:1. But now I see really nice momentum, a shoulder ahead and a shoulder coming up here. The 1 hour retest is nice. Price action is really nice because this is an engulfing. This is already a change of structure, a break of structure, and the price action is, doing really nice. The only thing I need from this price action is to break the structure. Again, the same trade, exact same trade, and I'll buy on retest. I'll buy on retest. I'll put a buy limit, or maybe even if it creates a really nice engulfing like this again, I'll enter the trade. Monday morning, if it creates an engulfing, I'll enter the trade because this is already bullish and entry signal with 1 hour engulfing like this would give me really nice price action and my stop loss would be around this level because you see this is the liquidity area. Of course, price can easily come back to this level and you don't want to trade this level at all. Yeah, you can actually put a buy limit right here. If this is not giving you an engulfing, put a buy limit right here, put your stop loss right here. It's as easy as that. Put a buy limit around this level, put a stop loss right here, and let the price do its thing. This is the target we'll be waiting for because I see a lot of wicks right here. Of course, there is a wick right here as well, but I would rather see my target coming here. Yeah. This can act as a buy limit or an entry signal like an engulfing can give you a buy. Then, but then your target would have to be nicer, something huge, because your stop loss would be wider. This is a small trade. This is kind of going to be a day trade. A swing trade would be around this position, maybe. Yeah, around this position or this position. So I'll update this on Telegram what I'm doing with the AUD I hope that's clear. We'll keep this as it is. We'll enter again if required. AUD actually my top pairs because I don't know when the USD news will be. So JPY pairs, not USD one, JPY pairs with AUD Euro. These will be my top thing. Now let's do one more last pair. So this pair I had analyzed 2 weeks ago to do this, and I even saw it doing this action. But I don't know why I just drew this position and I saw the pair doing this. I wanted to see a break of this and then retest, and I forgot about this pair at all. I had just dropped this position, and eventually the price did hit the TP. Sometimes this happens. I forget to look at this pairs. I should have put an alert, but anyway, it's fine. These trend lines don't mean anything anymore. So let's remove this. This pair has retested this zone, and if you see this pair has exactly took out a liquidity around this level. I mean, anyone would have put a buy limit. I didn't see it coming. A lot of traders actually made money. Now, this zone is also not required. Eventually, the price will retest from these zones a lot. But what I see is we don't have an exact timeline where the price would give a really nice price action. to for a breakout of this level. And the reason behind this is I see when the price did this, the price went up till here to come back and retest this level and then kept on ranging for a very long time. These are 1 hour time frames, and it kept on ranging and it came down till here, which is a deeper retracement, right? And eventually it went back till here and then came till here. So I think this is another liquidity level where you would want to put a buy limit. Let's put an alert. This time I'll be ready when the price comes here. I hope this is clear. I want to see rejection around this level and then buy. The only problem with this is the price has done something like this, which is rare, but the price spends a lot of time around here. One, two, two times it did this. Once it went directly from here. So I'll see if this liquidity is taken out. I'll put my stop loss around this, or maybe put a buy limit. Again, I'll show you what I'll exactly do on my Telegram. So, and I'm also giving all of this updates live, like before entering the trade. So make sure it's kind of just like a signal, but I hate calling it signal. Reason being, I'm not trying to give you signals and everything. I'm just telling you that I might enter, and this is the position I'm looking for. And this is for a very short period to give you guys proof that this strategy works. Doing this stuff, what I'm doing, works. So that's why I'm putting updates. In the future, I'll stop it. So this is what I'm looking for, a buy limit right here, and sell limit from here is not possible. A sell limit from here is a really good thing, right? I see the odds are really great. Again, sell from here. So I think this is enough. This is a lot of these kind of trades. But the thing is, you need to understand why we are looking for these kind of trades is because the price ranges around this area, right? The price ranges around this area, and what we want is we want target like this. We need good risk to rewards. For that kind of trades, you need to find better alternatives, right? So GBP JPY is a really good pair, and we'll move it up here because the US government is shut and I don't want to be in them. It's very clear. Last week I spent around 3 days, 72 hours in the trade only to get my stop loss hit and then price to come back here. I was in this trade. My stop loss didn't get hit. My stop loss was maybe around this area. Yeah. And it was constantly rejecting. It even gave 1:1. And eventually, at for no reason actually, there was no news or anything when this happened. The price came down here and hit my stop loss around this level. And then eventually, in the very next few hours, the price moved back in. Okay, moved back in. And I mean, you can't do anything on this. It's just the market doing its stuff. And this kind of price action has happened mostly, I believe, because of the US market shutdown. Else, it's a very clear trend. So the price retested this level, the price should have moved at least around here. That is what I believe. And it should have actually hit the target. But these are the anomalies. That's why you never trade on anomalies. I never trade on anomalies, and you shouldn't ever, because this is where you blow up your accounts. So all week I only took one trade, that went to my SL, and I'm fine with that. As soon as I realized that US government is shut, I didn't look for a single trade. I was not interested in the market at all. It's just I was in a position already, so I had to finish that. I had taken trade before the news, Euro USD. I didn't know that the US government is going to shut down, and it's going to be shut down for almost so many days now. So I guess that's clear all the analysis are aligned. We have so many pairs. We don't need to look at more pairs. All of these are green, going to happen very soon. If they happen, we'll wait for these and see what market is actually giving us. So I hope you like this video. Make sure you press the like button so that it reaches other traders as well. If you when you press this like button, the content gets pushed to more traders. So press the like button. Make sure you subscribe so that you get all of the Sunday analysis and all the new videos I'm uploading about my strategy and my trading course. So make sure you do that. And if you're trying to learn price action trading, I have a completely free course and I'm daily pushing a lot of videos in that course. So I'll put the link in the description. Make sure you watch it. And thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one.